Hello, my name is Kane Hensley, and this is my ePortfolio highlight video. First off, you can see my artifact folders. I threw a whole bunch of stuff in here. We'll go over most of the stuff that's in here later when I go through the slideshows of my activities. So you can just kind of click on one, secondary, it pops up and opens up and shows you what's all in there. Okay, my goals, here's the video. My main goal is, become an athletic director, which I've already achieved by being approved as athletic director this last board meeting, and then also possibly becoming a superintendent on down the road. I also have some family goals in there, and so on and so forth. My leadership philosophy, I always tell all my students and my basketball girls and football teams that honesty and loyalty will get you a long ways. Always be honest, always be loyal. And then, for me, I feel servant leadership is the way I am. I always put others first, students, family, staff members. Everybody always comes before myself. So that's why I think servant leadership fits me. Plan a study. I started in the fall of 2018 when I had a couple of buddies talk me into starting it. You scroll through here, fall of 18, 19 classes. And then all the way to now, and then like summer of 18, I think was the only semester I only took one class, and I don't know why I didn't take a second class. Okay. Here's my resume. I've been at Hope Schools in USD 481, Rural Vista since 2013. I graduated from Emporia State in 2012 with my physical education with minor in coaching. I've been junior high girls basketball coach, junior high football coach, and head girls basketball coach. Okay, here's my activity form. I'll just kind of go through it. It hasn't been fully organized yet just because I have my review coming up July 8th and I wanted to get this video done. But here you can see I got 10 secondary, 5 district, and then 7 elementary, and I had to add a couple of more of each just to get to my hours, which 152 hours is what I have down, and I think I could have went way over that just with all the experience and stuff that I feel I got just from being in a small school, just all the extra opportunities that I got to be a leader in the school. Activity tracker. So you can see here, I just kind of went through here. Some of these I have more than one, but I didn't check mark it. Once I had one check marked in each component, I just went on to the next one and make sure, like I said, I had one in each. So there's that. Pretty handy tool there to keep us in line and make sure we used each one. My admin verification here. As you can see here, I'll go down to these bottom two. My secondary and elementary forms were signed by Mike Teeter. He is the principal and has been the principal since I've been at Hope the last 7 years. And then also, he had to sign my district one because we have a interim superintendent that is only part-time, so it's kind of tough to get a hold of him and get him to do sign papers and stuff like that, because when he is in the building, he's pretty busy. So, like I said, Mike's known everything that I've done, so he signed it for me. Okay, my annotated bibliography. Again, this is, as you can kind of go if you look through my grades and stuff like that. My ed research class was probably my toughest class. I think I only got a B in that class and an A in the rest. And I've always struggled. I don't know why, but I've always struggled with citing sources and doing stuff like that. So here's my annotated bibliography. Just scroll through here real quick. Just here on the second one. Talking about mission statements and your school visions, how they need to be constantly updated just because everything is changing. Students are changing, school systems are changing, technology is changing, especially now with COVID-19. Maybe we need to go back and review our mission statement or make a new one for going through this pandemic. So as you can see, I got 26 pages here. Went all 11 questions. Questions are there in bold and black. And then I had 3 sources for each, which is a total of 33. So scroll clear to the bottom there, and there we go. There's the 11th one. So, like I said, that's always the toughest thing for me to do, but fought through it, and And in the end, I felt like I actually accomplished something and learned a lot just from reading all those articles. Okay, here's what I'm going to spend most of the time on, because it's one of my beliefs that you learn a lot more through doing things and getting experience. And so through these activities, I felt like I've become, just a better leader and a better teacher, better person, just because getting the opportunity to attend conferences and just being a leader in the school setting. So we'll start with my district ones. Here, I'll zoom it in, get a little bit bigger. Okay, so the first one here, component 1.2, district gave me the opportunity to attend the Kansas CAN conference in Manhattan, March 2nd and 3rd. It was 2 days for a total of 7 hours. And I took some notes, and there's my proof from our professional development points that we get approved through our school. And those notes I took were from St. Mary's High School here in St. Mary's, Kansas. Some great stuff that they have already started for the redesign process and for KISA. And, as I said, we got to attend this on March 2nd and 3rd, so we didn't get much time to incorporate this into the school setting, but hopefully, we'll get that chance this fall. Zero tolerance was something that I learned a lot from. And, in my opinion, as it says in the paper, zero tolerance, I think, should be taken on a case-by-case basis. Kids make mistakes, and you can't, give, quote-unquote, the death penalty to a student that makes a mistake for the first time and stuff like that. You just got to go case-by-case basis. Parent-teacher conferences, you can see our school calendar that states when our conferences are. The ones in the fall were the 22nd and the 27th, 4 hours, so that was 8 hours between the 2 days. Luckily, they give us a Friday off after those are completed to make up for it. So, during that time, like I said, we get to meet with teachers and students to see how things are going. This was a great opportunity that I attended with our principal, Mr. Teeter. The Workwell, Kansas grant we applied for, went to 2 meetings. It took a lot of effort, but it was worth it in the end. We got a grant for us to build a fitness room and for our staff and our community. We got $10,000, so that was awesome and fun to put together. I got tasked, I guess, as me being a PE teacher, I was the one that got to build and put all the equipment together, so that was a great time. Last year, our athletic director was gone. I think he was on vacation during this time, so I got the opportunity to be acting athletic director for Saturday as we got to host the Wheat State League volleyball tournament, high school volleyball tournament. I had to find the workers, and since he was going to be gone, he let me go ahead and set everything up. I had to set the bracket up, get the rosters, and get workers, get people to run the scoreboards, set up the hospitality room, and anything that comes with a volleyball tournament or any tournament, for that matter, is what I got to put on. Once it starts, it pretty much runs itself, so once that Saturday came and first matches got started, I was good to go, and it was kind of a relief. Okay, so we'll go check out my elementary activities. Pick a couple of these. Handbook revision. I had to go back and find some emails that I exchanged with our principal here at White City to talk about our handbook. And this particular one, we were talking about transgender students and stuff like that, and how our handbook does not have anything in there for transgender students, but we do have policies in place. We just probably should add those to the handbook. And I think after going through my master's program and talking with the superintendent and the principals, they've got a few things that they want to add just so we're covered. Here are my ethics and professional norms. Here's kind of the syllabus that I pass out to my classes, elementary and high school. I got one different one for each. This one, my elementary field day. Yeah, I put this together each and every year. I do K through 5 get to have a field day, and then the 6th through 12th grade students get to run the events and work with those students, the K through 5 students, to make sure it has a great time. So this is great team building activities between, the upper level kids and the lower level kids, and it's a great time just for them to connect and work together to accomplish a goal, or just go out and have some fun. I've seen a lot of bonding and relationships being built with this day. It's the parents come and watch, and all the staff just kind of gets to relax and watch. It's a lot of fun. As you can see here, my COVID-19, I got the opportunity to put together some stuff that I could send home with our elementary students during the pandemic. So here's kind of a few things I got. Took a few pictures of just some exercise with coins, incorporates math in there. And then again, the clock face fitness that incorporates some of the other things that they learn in school too. Just stretching and doing a few small things. My goal was just hopefully they could do something for 30 to 60 minutes a day. I wanted them to try to go outside if they could with a parent or any adult that they trusted. Go outside and play at least 3 to 4 times a day for 30 to 60 minutes. Get them away from the computers and the TV and the video games and get some exercise. Okay. I got to have the county health department teamed up, and we taught some kind of health things to my elementary classes. Excuse me. We got to do, hand washing stuff. They'd wash their hands, and then they'd put it under a black light, and it would still show all the germs and stuff that were still in there. Talked about healthy eating and then food safety. And then here's just a couple other things I've done with elementary. Okay, teacher observation, here. I get the opportunity to pick up my kids from each classroom before PE, so I kind of sit in and watch and figure out what they're doing in their classrooms and then try to incorporate them into my classroom as much as possible. And then I got the opportunity to go up to Holton a couple years ago and watch them, see how they incorporate larger classes and how they keep everybody busy and what they do there. It was some good stuff. Okay, I'm going to skip over reflection here. I'm going to go straight to my secondary activities, and I'll get to my reflection there last. So, all right, I'm going to pick a couple here again. Ed Finance, man, that was a great class. I was really looking forward to that class. I used my case study here. I could have used many assignments out of that class, but this was a great opportunity for me just to learn about the financial situations that we deal with in the school setting. Okay, here, Ethics and Professional Norms, Standard 2, I got an opportunity to set up advisory groups. We got to design it, and actually kind of in each staff's own advisory group, we kind of do it our own way, but we're all towards the same goal, just trying to help prepare our kids for beyond high school and getting into college and, maybe career readiness and stuff like that. Here's another one. I use my special education case study. Here I create the health curriculum. I just use the health one here. I also do my PE curriculum, and I have a weights curriculum I got to put together, so 3 different ones. My health one I adjust every year according to the class that I have coming in, what I feel they need, but as suggested by my administration, I always have to have, the sexual education and then the CPR first aid training. MTSS data, I just use this picture based off the internet that you can find on KSDE. I didn't want to include any others that would have students' names and test results and stuff like that. Advisory group setup, we tried to do it as best we could. Here, we intermix the students and come to see a certain teacher. As you can see there, we have them all divided up. And we try to divide them up as just random as possible, just so students get to know students and teachers get to know their students and build relationships with some people they may not usually, converse with during the regular school time. Summer activities for COVID. As brand new athletic director, I got to put this together. So that was a lot of fun. As you can see what we did there, just checking each kid every single day as they come in. And there's a couple other ones. All right. Last but not least, my reflection just talks about how I was a teacher. I thought I knew everything until I started these classes, and they just really make you start thinking, giving you the mindset as a principal. So it was great for us, or for me, just to have the mindset as a principal, just learn how everything goes on, which I thought I already knew. So you can scroll through there and then I'll give you more of my program reflection and stuff like that. So that's my portfolio review. Thanks, and I learned a lot.